One more thing. Eugene, give me that. If I ever find one of these lying around again, I swear to fucking God, I will stop being so polite. Get the fuck out of my sight before I demolish you.
Hey, how's it going? I appreciate the click on the video. Welcome back to another Kickin' Reviews, the only review you have to watch before going to a movie. I would have never expected Madame Web to be dethroned as the worst movie of the year, but here we are. Now, I'm pretty sure that this video is going to end up sounding more like a warning than an actual review, so let's get right into why you should maybe think twice before going into watching. Following the perspective of a supernatural entity, Johnny goes on a killing spree on anyone who trespasses into his territory, as he also tries to retrieve a necklace that was stolen from him. I'm gonna be honest, I'm not a horror fan, and it's not very often that I get excited to go watch a horror movie. I think that's why it stung a little bit hard when I realized this movie was kind of bad. My main gripe with the movie, which I'm pretty sure you're gonna hear a lot throughout the film, is that it's very boring. This movie is a very boring movie, and I think this is largely due to the fact that there's so much walking in this movie, and it's not like cool walking or anything. You're just following Johnny. You're looking at the back of his head for like an hour and a half. It's not like the scenery is cool or anything, or it's not like there's any purpose to you following this guy around. It's just like, oh, like this is what the killer does before going in for that kill. And it's kind of boring. It's the best way to put it. Something that I was half and half about have to be the kills. I want to say there's about 6 kills in the movie, which as a slasher film should be way up there. So I don't even want to get into that. Out of the 6 kills, there's like 2 of them that are off screen that I can remember. What the fuck do you mean off screen, man? Like, I get it, the budgetary reasons of that, but if you're gonna be making a slasher film, maybe focus more on these kills than focusing on watching this guy walk around the forest, you know? It left me disappointed, because you do get a hint of greatness in this one kill where it's some chick doing yoga and she gets fucking, I don't want to spoil it, but it gets pretty gory, you know, gory to the point where I want to cover my eyes because I don't want to see this nasty shit anymore, which I gotta give credit to. That was pretty awesome. But that should be all the kills, man. You can't just have one super dope kill and have the rest of them happen off screen, you know? Now, staying in the same ballpark as the kills, the practical effects are also half and half. There's some effects that look, I don't want to say great, but they look good. They don't look shitty like most of the other effects in the movie. You know, from the moment this movie starts, the back of this guy's head kind of looks like a mask, and I feel like that same sentiment stays throughout the film. Like, there are a lot of effects that look pretty cheap and fake, so at least make them a little bit more believable. You know, you add some makeup on it. I don't know, I'm not in this industry, right? Something that I couldn't stop thinking about as watching this movie was that you're giving little hints at the story of these other characters, this group of friends that you're shown throughout the movie. You're given these hints as you see the killer like lurking around, stalking them, right? The only thing I could think about was that maybe these characters sound a little bit interesting, right? I'm kind of interested in the drama. Why the fuck am I not watching this movie from the perspective of them instead of watching the back of his head for 30 fucking minutes? Something that I do want to give credit to is that you're given bits and pieces of Johnny's backstory throughout the movie. So at the beginning, you're not too sure of what this guy's deal is, but as the movie progresses, you're given little pieces of his story and his purpose. Something else that I want to give credit to is that these guys tried something new. You know, you always gotta appreciate that they didn't want to stick with what's popular or what they know will make them money. They tried to do something different, and I can't hate on that, right? Like, obviously, it wasn't the best way you could have gone with it, but the intent was there. I appreciate that. You know, always try to do something different, and I can't hate on that, man. Like, as much as I didn't like this movie, I will never discredit their attempt at trying something different. In a Violent Nature is easily one of my biggest disappointment of the year. With a few redeeming qualities, it just felt slow and boring, and that's why I have to give it a 3 out of 10. Now, if you actually enjoyed this film, all the power to you. I just felt like I could have been doing anything else for the hour and a half I was sat down for. Now, what certification does this movie get? I really didn't expect this movie to be liked by as many people as I saw when seeing the ratings it had gotten. Some people seem to really enjoy this movie, while others share the same sentiment that I have. I was gonna make up some random shit like Snooth Fest certified, but I feel like I've dogged on this movie enough and feel comfortable giving it a risky watch certification. I wouldn't really say you're gonna miss out on much if you decide not to watch it, but there's never any harm in going to watch it because it piqued your interest. Now, that's all I gotta say about this movie. You know, obviously, I'm not a fan of this movie, but